Good. I got the temperature lower. See, I told you throughout the show I'd be able to get the temperature lower. Okay. A couple weeks ago, we said, why did we miss Google? Why did we miss that big run in Google? And one of the things I cited was the fact that I was looking at ComScore data, which I interpreted as meaning that maybe Google wasn't doing as well. Now, here's the issue. The issue is that the ComScore data was very right about the domestic Google. It didn't represent the big inflection point in international. So I want to give ComScore's CEO a chance to be able to talk about, Chairman, about how to use the ComScore data and how well ComScore is integrated into the web as kind of like the Nielsen's of the web. So on the line now is Jan Fulgani. He's the chairman of ComScore. Welcome to Mad Money, sir. And I've got two charts that can show you some work if you want to call for those charts. But thank you for coming on Mad Money. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you very much for having me on.
Excellent. Now, one of the things that we try to do here, or I try to do, is take all the data I can and try to integrate it. Now, ComScore does some terrific domestic data for Google. Can you tell us why it was possible that someone like me might not understand that there's a bigger piece of the puzzle, but that your piece of the puzzle was spot on?
Yeah, well, as you say, the issue was that the paid click numbers that we had released were just for the U.S. We haven't yet finished all of the development of the international measurement.
Okay. And what I'm showing, just so you know, Jan, I'm showing the chart which shows that the international was on fire as the domestic was flattening out, which is exactly what your data did, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what happened. And I think that maybe one of the things that happens here is that, Google doesn't give guidance. And I think that, obviously there's such a high visibility company that analysts are really desperate for any kind of information about their performance. And maybe it's easy to, maybe forget that the data were just U.S. and not measuring the total world. Right,
and you're right to me. When I drew, as well as others did, some very broad conclusions about the health of Google's overall business by looking at that. But, sir, while we have you, how is the health of the Internet business? We've seen a lot of deals. We saw CBS just buy CNET. You know that we've had a series, obviously Yahoo, Microsoft. There must be some data that shows that this is a more robust area than other parts of publishing. Can you share with us what you're seeing?
Yeah. Well, I'd say that the big driver for the Internet right now is that their advertising business is on fire. It was up almost 30% versus the previous year in the fourth quarter, and it's now exceeded $20 billion a year. And it looks like the advertisers are increasingly realizing that they can get more bang for the buck, if you will, in terms of a sales impact by advertising online, while at the same time it's costing them less money. And one of the interesting theories that's being floated now is that if the economy tightens or continues to tighten, it's very possible that advertisers might increasingly shift their advertising dollars to the Internet, which would be even better.
Well, I think you're absolutely right. Look, Jan Fulgani, I stand corrected about how to use the ComScore data because obviously it's good for domestic. Didn't really work for international for Google. Thank you for coming on the show. You're a champ. Appreciate it.